What's good, you guys? It's your boy Jay Freshman. If you haven't watched the previous videos of this week, make sure you go watch those. I went over how to do your chords and your melodies, your bass, kick, and the snare. And now I'm about to go over how to do your hi-hats. So let's just get into it. Go into your hi-hats. So before that, it's just blank. Usually a lot of producers in like the trap fill, we just fill in each two steps. Boom. And you can see the ghost notes in the back. Those are the kicks and those are the snares. So just some guidelines to follow off the back. You could put your hi-hat rolls wherever the kick hits and wherever the snare hits. So I'm gonna just highlight the areas that are the most popular areas to put your hi-hat rolls. Remember, you can put it anywhere. These are just guidelines. So right here, 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 and right here. And also you could put it at the end of each bar. So this is like 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. So those are the popular spaces. And you can even put it right before after the kick on a downbeat at least. So these are your hot spots. So we just gonna test out a few things. So now it's about like what step to pick. Usually I see a lot of trap producers using the third step and the sixth step. And honestly, that sounds a lot better to me than the half step and the fourth step. But make sure you experiment on your own. And instead of using a pen tool and trying to type in like every single note like this and stuff, that just takes too long. We're going to use the paint tool. So using the paint tool, now we could just kind of copy in just a hi-hat roll right there. And let's just see how that sounds.
Jay Freshman.
Sounds good. So we just gonna do a little bit more.
Jay Freshman.
And your hi-hats don't have to be like super crazy. You don't have to do rolls at the end of the day as well. So don't get in your head that you have to do rolls. But I like it at the downbeat and I like it on the third kick.
Jay Freshman.
So right here on this one, I can hear a triplet. Let's just see if that works. So also what you can do is when you have it on the step or the beat that you want, you can just fill in this note. Right? All right. So there's two hotkeys that you could use. You could use Alt U, that will chop it up. But see how it's not chopping it up to the actual timing that I want? I would say if you wanted to match the beats that you have and how you had it right here, I would do Control U instead and see how it just chops it to the grid. So let's just hear how this goes.
Jay Freshman.
You could just even make this one a triplet as well. Now we could just go on to like making it more unique. So we could even bring these down, you know, just kind of have the pitch go down like that. And even on the snare, we could drop it. This makes the snare kick through even more. Can even do it like that. I'll drop it down to the second one.
Jay Freshman.
See, you can hear the snare hitting a lot better. Another thing you could also do is add like a rhythm at the top. So you can do something like that. I'm gonna just bring those down. And then also you could pan it. So you could go to control, go to pan. I'm just gonna you just kind of when you do the panning, you just kind of want to have a systematic way of panning. Like as you can see, I'm doing all it goes from the top and goes down. And I'm gonna do it again right here. Start from the bottom and then goes down. You don't want it to be too you don't want it to be everywhere. Like you don't want this to be going up, then this going up, and then this down, and everything is just like random. You want to have like a formula to it so it makes sense. And also, another important thing about your hi-hats, you may want to shift them. I already shifted them, but it will start on 0 for you. And then you just kind of want to shift them so you can add it more into the groove.
J Freshness.
You can hear how it's off right now. So like around here. So it just adds to the groove. You can even turn it down a little, keeping those things in mind. And then you want to change the velocity. So there's a couple ways you could do it. You could, you could do it yourself manually, or you could do Alt and R that randomizes it. Make sure if the pattern part is on, you take it off. And then you can even randomize your panning, the release, and the pitch, and also like the filter. But we just gonna use this for velocity.
J Freshness.
And we can even add some lower notes right here. Triplet even right here. Let's see how that sounds.
J Freshness.
So I like those, but I want to keep it low. Those are going to be a lot lower than the other ones, and I could tell that it's panned, but I kind of want at least a little pan. I don't want it too wide of a pan. So when it comes to your hi-hats, you just kind of want to this is what makes you more unique and more creative, like these little subtle difference.
J Freshness.
See that in the background? So another thing that I mentioned in my Instagram was that when the lower you go, the longer the note stretches out. Rather than how you playing it up here, it's a lot quicker. And then if you go more up, it's just super quick. If you want the same duration for all the notes, what you can do is go to your hat, go to the sample, and then change resample to stretch, and then all of it is gonna have all the notes is gonna have the same duration. So let's just hear it back now.
J Freshness.
So you may think like if you do it that way that it makes it kind of sound artificial. You could always pick between the other samples and see which one sounds better. So let's just kind of play with it. Generic. You can even see how the wave sample is changing right here. I like how E2 generic sounds. So these are just a couple of tips. Like me personally, I wouldn't put so much hi-hat rolls and I wouldn't go this crazy with it. But I'm just showing you guys all the different techniques that you can use. So try to do the most in the beginning just to get an idea, then just kind of wind it down and make it a lot more simple because like I said, you don't want to be too complex to throw off your rhythm and the artist.
J Freshness.
And then you can add the other percussions to kind of balance it out, even if you do go this extreme. So if you like this video, like and subscribe and share with your other producer friends that are just now working on their hi-hats. Thank you.